What's going on, everybody? Today on the Task Never Scare show, we're going to talk UFC. We're going to talk about what's going on in the Peyton Manning situation. We're going to go what's going on with the Drew Brees situation. And what's going on with Greg Williams with all this bounty and everything. This and more on the Task Never Scare show.
I can see the morning creeping upon us. It's like the world's in my hands now. I'm feeling so rebellious from all of the envy crowding around me. I don't wanna quit right now. God over everything. You fly but stars over everything. And I'm one of them. Yeah, I'm one of them. Oh, I'm not one. Well, I'm 100 in. I'm 100 mother 11 stars. You're no light. You're an undercover car. I'm an ambulance and a fire truck. And some strobe lights.
Welcome, everybody. Today is a new edition of the Task Never Scare show. I am your host, Sean Tassie Rickster. I'm going to give a quick shout out to my cousins, Liz and Daryl, and their little baby son, Aiden. So let's get on to the show, all right? So today we're going to talk about Peyton Manning. Main topic today is going to be UFC. But I want to get these other topics out of the way because people are talking about it. So I want to talk about it too. Hey, let's do this. So Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and the Greg Williams bounty. First of all, let's talk about the Peyton Manning situation. Long time coming. Long time coming. You knew it was going to happen. You knew as soon as he got hurt and he couldn't play. And you knew that when Andrew Luck decided he wanted to be in the draft, you saw it coming. He's going to be the new face of the Colts when he get drafted. Now, Peyton Manning wise, who is going to get Peyton Manning? There are several teams that want Peyton Manning. Dolphins, the Broncos, even the Niners, Saints. Who else is out there? Arizona Cardinals. And there's some other teams, but they haven't been said. He's not going to end up with the Redskins, and that's going to be a bad, not good idea. So here's the thing with this. First off, the Niners. I think Alex Smith going to be still with the Niners. So it'll be very wrong of them to bring Peyton Manning in there into a situation and Alex Smith just goes somewhere else where he going to go. He's more likely right now as a system quarterback right now. So, Denver Broncos. This is what I see. I see him in a Denver Broncos uniform next year. Tim Tebow will be like one of those, Wildcat quarterbacks for the team. So they both be playing back and forth and make sure. And if Tim Tebow's a good backup quarterback, just in case Peyton Manning can't play, you still got Tim Tebow. But how are they going to react? That's the key. So we'll see. Other things. Drew Brees. Okay, I have to say this. Why wasn't he signed last year? He's the best quarterback New Orleans Saints ever have. Sorry, Archie Manning. I'm just saying. Drew Brees made New Orleans the way it is right now. He is that city right now. Why is he not signed? You have to be a stupid owner to not sign this guy. I don't know what's wrong with you. Now you're gonna franchise tag him? He already pissed off. Yes, there's a baby in the room. So you know. Just in case you hear something, there you go. All right. Bye-bye. How you guys doing? You all good? Good. All good? Okay. Yeah, so Drew Brees, he really should be signed right now. He should have been signed last year, right after they made the playoffs. He should have got signed. It's not like he haven't had a big injury the last 5 years. His big injury was 5-6 years ago when he went to the Chargers, and he did good then. So this was what I'm saying. Hurry up and sign him. Now that you franchise tag him, it's going to hurt because now you're about to lose a couple players because you used the franchise tag on him. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, the Great Bounty thing. Man, I look like I'm talking about the Saints all day today. Now, okay, yeah, I think this is wrong. This shouldn't be allowed in the NFL, but it is. Do I think the punishment should be high? Yeah, yeah, because if it wasn't for the bounty, it's a possibility that Brett Favre would be still playing. Maybe. But you know, it's the Saints organization is in a bad time between Drew Brees and this bounty thing. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. Now, our main topic today. Our main topic is the UFC. Now, the UFC has been around for at least over 20 years now. And it grows like each and every day. It's like one of those things where you remember how WWE and the wrestling was like not really big back in the day, and they need like celebrities to do WrestleMania and everything like that. UFC is like it's just the same thing. Now it's a big sport now. Everybody's watching it, and they're always good fighters. There's always a different fight. Every different good fighter each time. So, I'm gonna tell you about the upcoming events that's coming up in UFC right quick. Upcoming UFC events tonight is the season premiere of the Ultimate Fighter. If you don't know what the Ultimate Fighter is, basically it's about 32 guys that trying to get a contract for the UFC. Now, they go do weeks and weeks of fighting, and then through competitions. It's like tough enough for WWE. It's kind of like the same thing. All right. So tonight, and the coaches are Dominic Diaz and Ergin Fibber. That's a nice name, by the way. Is it Fibber or Fiber? It's Fibber. It's Fibber. Wow. Wow. By the way, can UFC get some better names that we can pronounce? I mean, come on. Think about it. We go through so many weird names. Like here's one. The upcoming next event is the UFC on Fuel TV. If you don't have Fuel TV, find somebody that has Fuel TV. That's the only way you're gonna watch it. By the way, Fuel TV is basically UFC like big. Okay, it's the Fuel TV is basically gonna be the UFC network. Excuse me. Okay, so the next event is Alessandra versus Thiago Silva. If you don't know who Thiago Silva is another British fighter and everything. Should be a good match. So remember, that's in the upcoming weeks. That should be next week, actually. Actually, it's April 15th. That's the week before the next event, the next big event, and that is on the pay-per-view, John Bones Jones versus Richard Sugar Evans for the light heavyweight title. That should be a good match because if you don't know, both of them are teammates. They train together and everything, so it should be a good match. Normally, when you're in a camp per se, you don't really fight each other in your same camp. That's mainly the rules of UFC. You don't try to fight each other if you're in a camp like that. So this is gonna be a good match. One of my top favorites, my top 10. By the way, at the end of the show, I will give you my top 10 UFC fighters right now today. My UFC top 10 fighters today. Okay? Let's see what's next going on here. So we got UFC Jones versus Evans. That's 145. That will be on April 21st on pay-per-view. Let me say it again. Make sure you know. April 21st, 2012 on pay-per-view. Yes, you will have to pay for this one, and I think this is a good match if you have to pay for something. So, don't forget, by the way, if you're, I'm sticking in a WWE event here. Don't forget WWE WrestleMania, April 3rd. Live. Where's the live?
Florida.
Miami, Florida. The home of the People's Champion, The Rock. Just saying. The great one. Back to UFC. You know, I gotta do that. You know. Anyway, so yeah. So then we have, like I said, 145 Jones versus Evans. That's April 21st, and UFC on Fox. Nate Diaz. One of my all-time favorites because this man is like a straight-up bad boy. I like bad boy fighters because they don't care how they fight. They just fight. Nate Diaz versus Dan Miller. Tell me that's not going to be a good match. And that's going to be UFC on Fox. That's actually going to be in May, okay? So look out for it. They haven't set a date for that. It's in May, though. It's on UFC on Fox. If you don't know, UFC is now on Fox like every 2 months or something like that, okay? So that's it. There's not really no big other events right now. It's just that 3. It's shocking not to see any big events for that. Yeah. All right. Real quick, let me give you my UFC record of the day. The UFC record of the day is the fastest knockout in UFC history. Todd Delford versus Tim Hughes. 6 seconds. 6 seconds? In a fight? Somebody get knocked out? How stupid you gotta be to be getting knocked out in 6 seconds? 6 seconds. I mean, all you gotta do is block for a minute, but you have 6 seconds? 6. Keyword today is 6. 6 seconds. Are you kidding me? 6 seconds. What the? I mean, I'm just... What? Okay. Right now we're going to go to a little break here. Coming up is my top 10 UFC fighters today. Not all time, today. And then we're going to talk about next week's show, which is one of those big topics. I want y'all to talk about this. I mean, I want y'all to hear about this because I want this to stop. And then I also got something else to talk about. All right? This is the Tax Never Scare Show. I am Sean Tassie Richter. Be right back.